What do Poland's greatest cultural reformer, the country's national anthem, and a tiny hatchback that put an entire nation on wheels have in common? In this video, we'll discover the invisible threads that have bound these two nations for over 500 years, a bond of silk, steel, and faith. And I guarantee that after watching this, you'll never look at an Italian car or a history book the same way again. If you asked an Italian what they associate with Poland, they'd probably say the Pope or 20th century history. If you asked a Pole about Italy, they'd talk about art history or beach holidays. But the truth is, Italy and Poland are bound by fine threads, sometimes of silk, sometimes of steel, running continuously for over 500 years. Today, we're exploring how two seemingly different nations became two sides of the same European coin. The real cultural bridge between our countries was built in 1518 when Milanese noblewoman Bona Sforza married King Sigismund I of Poland. It wasn't just a state marriage. Bona brought a real cultural mission with her. Italian architects, sculptors, and humanists transformed the court in Kraków. Bona didn't just bring a taste for art, but a culinary revolution too. Thanks to her influence, the Polish diet was enriched with włoszczyzna, literally Italian stuff, which today refers to the vegetables that form the base of Polish soups. Poland was effectively becoming the heart of the Renaissance in Eastern Europe. The 19th century marks the moment when Italy and Poland became sisters in misfortune. Both were fighting for independence, Italy against Austrian occupation, and Poland wiped off the map, divided among three empires. This brotherhood is carved into their national anthems. In the Polish anthem, Mazurek Dąbrowskiego, we sing "From the Italian land to Poland." In fact, the anthem was written in 1797 by Józef Wybicki in Reggio Emilia, where General Dąbrowski was organizing the Polish legions under Napoleon Bonaparte. In Mameli's anthem, on the other hand, we find a reference to Polish blood. Mameli uses the term to create a moral alliance between the two oppressed nations. Even during the Italian uprisings of 1848, entire legions of Polish volunteers fought side by side with Italians. Polish poet and patriot Adam Mickiewicz, inspired by the Italian cause, created the Polish Legion in Italy. For nearly a century, Italian and Polish freedom were the same battle cry. The Risorgimento wasn't the only time Poles fought in Italy. The ultimate sacrifice came between 1944 and 1945. The Polish Second Corps, commanded by General Władysław Anders, arrived in Italy to fight a battle that wasn't just ours, but for the freedom of all Europe. On the heights of Monte Cassino, after months of stalemate, it was Polish soldiers who raised the red and white flag over the ruins of the abbey, marking the final breakthrough of the German defensive line. But their run for freedom didn't stop there. Anders' soldiers fought their way up the peninsula, liberating key cities like Ancona, a vital strategic hub on the Adriatic, actively participating in the liberation of Faenza and Forlì, and finally contributing to the successful operations that led to the liberation of Bologna. Let's jump ahead in time, the 1970s. Poland is going through an era of deep industrial modernization. And what's the symbol of this progress? The car, but not just any car, an Italian one. Through licensing agreements between Polskie Fiat and the Turin-based manufacturer, legends on wheels were born, like the Polskie Fiat 125P and, above all, the legendary Fiat 126P, nicknamed Maluk, meaning toddler or little one. For an entire generation of Poles, the Maluk wasn't just a car, it was freedom of movement, the symbol of a growing family, the object that literally put the country on wheels. Even today, every Pole over 40 surely has at least one story about a Fiat. Then came October 1978. The election of Karol Wojtyła as Pope wasn't just a religious event, it was a geopolitical earthquake. John Paul II became the Polish face in Rome and the Roman face in Poland. For Italians, he was an exotic yet incredibly close moral guide, and for Poles, he was the beacon that led the country out of the Soviet bloc. He bound our spiritual destinies together for good. And today, the relationship has become even more concrete. Italy is one of Poland's top trading partners. Many Italian companies operate at the heart of the Polish production system, and vice versa. But there's more, the human flow. We have the historic Polish community in Italy, perfectly integrated into the social fabric, and an increasingly vibrant Italian community in Poland. Young Italian talents, professionals, and creatives are now choosing Warsaw, Kraków, or Wrocław as their home, finding a dynamic, safe, and surprisingly familiar environment. And the Italian community in the country has more than quintupled over the last 20 years. It's not just about economics or numbers, it's about a deep natural affinity. We are two nations that love good food, put family at the center, and possess an extraordinary historical resilience. Italy and Poland aren't just 2 points on a European map. They are two stories that, by intertwining, have written a huge part of our shared identity. What's the next page of this story? Maybe we're writing it right now. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments what video you'd like to see next time.